Good afternoon and welcome to Carmel's kitchen. Today we're going to make some cupcakes. So for the cupcakes we're going to need 125 grams of soft margarine, 125 grams of castor sugar, 2 eggs, a little bit of flavouring and 150 grams of self-raising flour. So to make our cupcakes we're going to use a pâté tin. Now, these are deep pâté tins. This is a deep pâté tin I have. So I have muffin cases. And you can get those in all kinds of colours and with special little dots or plain or whatever you like. Okay, if you've got a smaller tin, out of the amount that we make, you'll probably get 12 muffins. But today we'll just get 9 cupcakes. Okay, so we're going to start, and the first thing I need to do is beat up my margarine, because it should be nice and soft. Okay, so it's been out of the fridge just for a little while. Into that now I'm going to add my 125 grams of castor sugar. Okay, you could use light brown castor sugar if you liked, and then bring it together until you can't hear a sandy sound with the sugar and the margarine combined. Okay, you could use an electric mixer. And there we go. Okay, so I'll just add my little bit of flavouring. So I have vanilla essence, and the lid of an essence bottle measures the same as a teaspoon. So into that I'm adding 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. It could, if you liked, you could add the grated rind of a lemon or the grated rind of an orange. Depends on what flavouring you'd like at the end of the day. Okay, into that now I'm going to add 2 eggs, one at a time. So break my egg into the cup and then into the mixture. Cream it together. Back to the same consistency as you had before. There you go. Now I'm ready to add my next egg. So again, break it into your cup, and the reason why I do that is in case I have a bad egg, so that I'm not wrecking all the mixture that I have in the bowl. So now I'm finished with my spoon, so just scrape that off. And I'm going to mix in my flour using a spatula, because my spatula is nice and light. Okay, so sieve your flour. So that's 150 grams of self-raising flour. I'll put a description on the end so you'll be able to gather up your ingredients before you start. So fold in the flour. My oven is turned on to 175 degrees centigrade, and it's preheating. And if you're using gas, turn your oven on to gas mark 4 at least 10 to 15 minutes before you start baking, because you want your oven nice and hot. Okay, so if your mixture is a little bit stiff, you can add, I prefer to add water. So I've got a dessert spoon, so I'm going to add 2 dessert spoons of water to my mixture, and just fold that in. And there you go. A nice light mixture. Okay. So you can put the mixture into your tin using two spoons, put it on one spoon and scrape it off the other. I like to use a potato scoop, and then all my buns come out roughly or nearly almost the same size. So I don't want big overflowing ones. If I wanted big overflowing ones, I've got a bigger potato scoop, but it all depends on the size scoop that you have in your house. And if you don't have a scoop, use your dessert spoons. So we'll just into the paper cases. Almost there. Just the last one. Scrape out your bowl. And there it goes. Okay, so the light has gone off in my oven, so my oven is ready. So in there go. And then they're going to go into the oven for 25 minutes. Okay. And after my 25 minutes, I should have 9 little cupcakes that look just like this. So you can leave them, or else we can dicky them up a little bit. So I've made a little bit of glacé icing. So for my glacé icing, I have used icing sugar and a small little drop of hot water. And we're going to put this on top of some of the buns, or else you could melt some chocolate in a bowl over some hot water. And we just do a few. Just so that you have the idea. Okay, put some ice in it. And I have some sprinkles. So anybody who has a few girls in the house, you could have a few sprinkles, a few pink sprinkles. Anybody that's got a few boys in the house, I guess we'll have to go, not the pink. Sprinkle on the top. Okay, and or else you could put some jam. So here I have some raspberry jam. Put some raspberry jam on the top, or it could be strawberry jam or apricot jam. And then I'm going to dip it in coconut. Okay. And we could put a little bit of coconut on our chocolate ones as well. Or just leave them plain. Okay, so there's loads you can do. Be as inventive or uninventive as you like. So that's cupcake, so the best of luck. Enjoy. Cheerio.